Just by way of comparison, Lester, obviously this is a different trial than the first one, different time frames, different references. The defense in trial one, the first impeachment, went just about more than 9 hours during that first impeachment. This time, the defense felt like they made the points they needed to make. They want to, for lack of a better phrase, get this show on the road, because I think they have seen, and Republicans that I've talked to believe, that an acquittal is going to be at the end of this path, at least based on how things are going at the moment.
Casey, you were showing us earlier those cards in which the senators will submit their questions. To what extent are there any side, or is this strictly the senators on their own just asking what they want to know?
I think it's a little bit of both, Lester. And while you've seen both the defense and the prosecution in this trial give back some of their time, I think we've come to know that senators typically like.
Now, since then, this section of the railing has been removed and bricks have been placed just for cautionary reasons. But you can see in the distance how the fence kind of continues, and those buildings over there on that peak, that would be right here on the hill, like that you would think they are doing in the film. In reality, they are going up, farther up. See the rock formations over here, kind of downward. So there is that, and then like they're kind of coming up that way, and then they just keep continuing up along this to show that. I turned around and going back down, you can see the haze and the fog over there. I guess you could say the cityscape is underneath all that. You can see it. This is so dang awesome to be way up here. You could really match this up.
The actor's career develops in public, but his art develops in private. Hi, Cole here. That was from the Strasbourg at the Actors Studio tape recorded sessions edited by Robert H. Hethman. And that moment in the book, in the opening, is Strasbourg quoting Goethe. I thought that was interesting. Didn't check my emails today, but I decided to go with my own title, my last little post. Instinct is a friend in dealing with this kind of stuff. Oh, there we go. It's going the wrong way there. Well, got another day ahead of me. We gotta get ready. I'd like for you to join me. So I was just watching some of Jordan the Lion's Don Lapre vlog. It was very, very interesting. I didn't know the guy really even existed until that vlog and his horrible, tragic end. Very sad. I had to cut it off a little early. I'm gonna go back and watch more of it. Pretty intense. He was an info commercial guy that made it really big. And the ending of his life is just hard to believe. But his gravestone is actually quite beautiful. It's a bench, has a wonderful poetic message of hope. It's amazing. You know, it's amazing that, oh dear. Anyway, I just got an ice commercial. I mean, I'm sorry, not an ice commercial. Well, it was a kind of a commercial from my car telling me that there'll be ice. I got it yesterday too. There's also a tragic accident that happened in Fort Worth that was horrible yesterday. Today's the 12th, but it made national news. Like 100 car pileup. I don't know if they were blaming ice on the road. Pretty intense. My television asked me a question the other day, you know, like a survey. I always choose to skip the survey. I've noticed too that sometimes my phone will ask me questions, you know, kind of like ask like a survey and I always wondering, you know, if certain businesses out there are actually trying to monitor what I'm doing, which, you know, can be okay. But it's an interesting thing about all the questioning that you get throughout the day. You know, constant monitoring and questioning. It's just very interesting. It's always usually through a device, like, you know, a television or a phone or maybe even your computer. But it kind of makes you sometimes look over your shoulder. The people are, you know, are out there to, I guess, sometimes find out what you like, you know. And that brings me back to the Don Lapre vlog. Because what I found out in watching the vlog was that man got in a lot of trouble. I think one of the things that really probably got him in the most trouble was some type of vitamin that he tried to sell that the FDA didn't approve of. That's some big stuff, you know. But man, there's a lot of those kind of pyramid schemes and things like that out there. I one time knew this bank manager. She told me that almost every business is like a pyramid scheme in one way or another. I don't know. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Always. I know this is kind of random, but there's a movie called Always with Richard Dreyfuss.
Until Mr. Raffensperger got death threats to him and his family. His wife got a text that said, quote, "Your husband deserves facing a firing squad." Firing squad for doing his job.
Here, Patrick Leahy, the presiding officer, has indicated that questions are starting to wrap up here. They've been going.
I don't see any vultures. It looked like a St. Bernard. I can't really tell what it is. I just glimpsed it for a minute.
Against the counting of electoral college votes be subject to criminal prosecution by the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, for example, the Department of Justice. Well, of course he would be. But that's true of the president, regardless of when he commits his offenses in office.
Peter Brook moment. So I wanted to talk about Peter Brook, something I heard about Peter Brook, if you know about the director. He was a big kind of academic director that probably studied on Oxford and Cambridge and things like that. But they one time, when I think he was making one of the big films, I don't know if it was Midsummers or one of the big films that he made, they had to sit around for days and wait for the film to arrive. So they were sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. It's pretty different today.
He was on the phone with Senator Tuberville of Alabama, brand new senator.
Seems like the trial is still going on, and this is kind of like the other side of the whole mess. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over that candlestick.
Whip up the frenzy on January 6th. There is something to that, right? If you're an ordinary person and you're listening and you hear those words taken out of context repeatedly.
From repetition of another incitement like this, and we will find out soon enough.
52 years ago, in 1968, on March 22nd, Red Lobster was founded in Lakeland, Florida. Red Lobster is actually, the headquarters are now in Orlando, Florida, but it was founded in Lakeland, and I'm in Lewisville, Texas. February 12th, 2021. AD. After being dumped at the bottom of an aquarium and your claws snapped shut with blue, yellow, or red tape, do you still have hope? There's something about these columns I think are really cool. Ding. And that is that. Now, when it's 26 degrees outside, sometimes you do things a little bit quicker.
Continue on Long Prairie Road for 3 miles.
And that's all the time lapse that I'm going to do today.
Actually went to Google Maps and went ahead and used it anyway. And when I got to the address, I actually could tap on the photos and it would pull up and it would actually show me kind of like a Google Earth looking kind of way, I guess satellite photo of the actual house. I could even move it around and see the different angles of it and everything. Worked out really well. Looks like a pretty cool pizza place. Seem to be closed though. Well, headed off to the next assignment. Earlier, I said,
I can't think of any more time lapse today.
I was actually doing my Marlon Brando impression. I got a lot of stories about Marlon Brando. Never actually met him, but I did meet an actor that did meet him. Actually, a couple actors that met him. Johnny Depp talked about him at the actor studio. But also, I met a soap opera actor that I did a play with out in Grapevine. We did Orphans. It's a great play. He met him and said, you know, he was kind of a short guy and was kind of quiet.
But, you know, like, Marlon kind of talked a little, you know, like that.
And that's what I was saying. I was saying that I can't do any more time-lapse today because I was experimenting with time-lapse.
But I was doing like a Marlon Brando kind of, I can't do any more time-lapse today.
And I was
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto College Parkway.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I was actually quoting Marlon Brando from Apocalypse Now, but it was actually from a documentary that was done
turn left onto College Parkway.
Francis Ford Coppola's Hearts of Darkness. So Francis Ford Coppola did a documentary called Hearts of Darkness, and you can hear Brando say,
continue on College Parkway for 2 miles.
Shut up, navigator. Goodness gracious. Anyway, you can hear Brando in that say, I can't think of any more dialogue today. Anyway, so I hope Google Maps wasn't as loud that time. Believe it or not, there's a lot of sushi restaurants in the Louisville area. I thought it was cool that heart was on that door. It's a couple days until Valentine's. I don't know what it is, but I always seem to find myself on some long, creepy road. For some reason, I always get put here, this long road of garages. Something weird about it. Very strange. Passing my ex-mother-in-law's favorite hangout place to get coffee. I'm at Nick's again. That sound of ice makes me crunching under your feet. And the salt rock is even better. Down to 25 degrees. I finally made it. Panda Cafe. It's actually called Lucky Panda Cafe. It's always exciting to see a new home being built. This little neighborhood's nice too. Well, that's a wrap. I've got one more segment when I get back, and then we'll close it down for the night. Thanks so much, and please subscribe. Also, I'll leave information about my PayPal in the description. Man, that lady has a really nice house. You know, I was thinking, if I had to choose between Siri and Bixby, I'd probably choose Siri. Well, I made it back. And I'm glad that you made it back too. If you don't know about my channel, please subscribe. It will keep you in the loop when the next vlog will be uploaded. Also, hit the notifying bell. That way you're notified when next time I upload too. And also, I'll leave information about my PayPal if you're interested in helping out. That way, you know, I know that you're a person that's interested in helping out. And then also give me a big thumbs up, because that lets me know that you care. Thank you so much. And you have a good night or a good day whenever you're watching it. I don't know, it could be daytime or night, but anyway. Love to have you. I mean, I love having you, and I loved having you tonight. So thank you so much. Vlog's over. Goodbye.